Drills Talk, episode 173. In this episode, we're going to discuss the question, what is social wellness? This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled 6 Sides of Wellness, Social Wellness. Social wellness has to do with how we deal with ourselves and other people, how we deal with ourselves having to be around other people, how we deal with ourselves and the excuses we may or may not make when we need to be around or deal with other people. It is something that we have to be more aware of, and we don't talk about a lot because we think of mental health and we think of physical health and not so much social. Let's discuss.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 173. In this episode, we're going to discuss the question, what is social wellness? But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're our entrepreneurship/motivational channel. Every Monday, there's a new blog. Every Wednesday, there is a new Drills Talk that you're watching right now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let's get started. Number one is relationship. What relationship? The relationship between yourself and the people that you're around. So it can be your inner circle, it can be your coworkers, it can be, somewhere else if you're, a member of a group that you're back and forth with, maybe gym buddies or things like that. But it's your relationship with them. How is that relationship? What's your part in the relationship? Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? How do you feel when you're around them? How do you feel when you no longer need to be around them? That's stuff that we don't normally pay attention to, but we definitely feel it. You know the feeling of being in one group versus being in another, but you probably never put two and two together that, this is a kind of wellness and maybe I should pay more attention to it. I don't feel too good when I'm in this crowd. I feel a lot better when I'm in that crowd. This crowd I get paid to be around, but I don't like that as much as this crowd here. But knowing where and what you feel when you're there can definitely help you get rid of a lot of stress. It can help you and point you in the right direction of where you need to be. Basically, you're at a job and you're forced to be around this cohort, forced to be around these coworkers, and you feel like that's not your crowd, but you get paid to be in that crowd. So how can you make that situation better? Well, you can seek out a like-minded person or a friend that will get you through. Everyone knows, at work you find this one person and then all of a sudden it's a lot easier to be there all day. In school, the same way, you don't like a class or it seems to be not your crowd, but you find one person that you find some sort of similarity with and all of a sudden class is not that bad. We need to help ourselves find that person or that thing. And if we cannot find that, then it's time to move because it's affecting our social wellness. It's affecting our relationship with ourselves and the people that we're around. So keep in mind that that is an actual effect on us and it does matter. So the next time you're around a certain crowd, pay attention to how you feel, pay attention to your role in that crowd and see if you need to make a change. Number two is feeling. So how do you feel when you need to be in a crowd? This is before you go. Are you overly anxious? Do you feel like you rather just fast forward to the end where you get to leave? That's a part of social wellness. Why is it an awkward moment when you feel you need to be around people? Why is it so much more of a relief when you think about the end of the night as opposed to the opportunity of meeting new people or being around some old friends? Like, why is the social part not the highlight of your night? Why is you leaving that social event at the top of your mind before you even get there? Something's wrong there and we don't really get into it. We just say, well, I'm a homebody. I don't like to go out. But is that true? I mean, yeah, everyone likes their home. I mean, most people, I would say a high 80% to 90%. I would say most of us like in our building our homes to have a safe haven and, be at ease when we're home. But to never want to go out, to always worry about the end of the night. You have a day planned and you know it was coming. The day comes and all you're thinking about is the next day when you can say that you're finished and you don't have to do it anymore. Something's there. What is the issue? Because if you can figure out and pinpoint what that issue is, then you're better off because oh, well, the next time this feeling comes, I can nip that in the bud because I know that it's not factual. You know, oh, well, I have to go out and everybody's going to be looking at me, or, oh, I don't know what to wear, or, oh, I don't like the way my hair looks, or I don't like how tall I am. I don't like my shoes. What if everybody else is dressed better? Whatever your angst is, whatever is causing the anxiety, be sure to attempt to pinpoint that, because that is keeping you from getting out there and doing something that you should be doing, which is meeting new people and giving yourself the opportunity to grow in your career and as a person. Number three are crutches. Not the ones you use when you break a leg, but the things we lean on as excuses to not do something. You know, well, I don't really want to go out and it's okay because I'm an introvert. I don't really want to go out because, you know, I'm not a dancer. Or I don't really want to go out because, you know, I don't eat that kind of food. Like there's only one type of restaurant. Like you must dance at a club. Like you must do something that's out of your character to go out. No, what's really the deal is you have social anxiety. You're not socially well. And you've never dug in to realize or kind of figure out what the issue is. You just kind of dismiss it with not dealing with it at all. So with not dealing with it at all, you never get better, right? And that issue is still there. So now years have passed, maybe a decade has passed, and you feel that, oh, well, this is who I am. Well, you made that who you were by not doing things because of something you've self-diagnosed yourself with. You know, yes, there are issues that we can have that are diagnosed by doctors who study this and can recognize it and pinpoint why we're doing it and how we can get out of it. But we're utilizing self-diagnosis. We're telling ourselves we're introverts. We're telling ourselves that we shouldn't be outdoors because of this or because of that. Whatever it is that allows us to utilize the excuse of staying right where we were, which is the safety of our home. So understand, like, what is making us feel so safe here at the house? Is it the fact that we don't need to deal with people? Because if we're scared to deal with people, why is that? Why are we so quick to give ourselves excuses? Why are we so quick to tell ourselves why it's okay not to do something, as opposed to figuring out why we are fighting so hard not to do something? Just changing that question a little bit to figure out what the issue is, to allow us to open up the doors of getting out there and being socially well. Drills Talk, episode 173. This was the answer to the question, what is social wellness? Now that we know and understand what it is, hopefully we can get socially well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Drills.com. Check this shit. It's Drills.